Don't let the title of this video fool you. I love anime. The multifaceted characters, the deep and meaningful stories, the sometimes never ending action. But every once in a while, I am reminded why people might be deterred from enjoying such a great medium. Enter the Shiunji family. I have seen so much anime that sometimes I'll just casually pick a show based on vibes to see what it has to offer. So on a day when I'm not looking for anything in particular, but I am in the mood for something maybe slightly uplifting, I happen to come across the synopsis. The Shiunji family, with their 7 children, reside in a mansion within Tokyo's Setagairo ward. The eldest son, Arata, is tired of being pushed around by his 5 sisters and daydreams of a life without them. That is, until Arata's father reveals a shocking truth. Arata isn't biologically related to his sisters. The siblings' relationship will be tested as they navigate life in this new light. And here's the image I see. Okay, not thinking too much here. Pause. Now I know what some of you experts out there are already thinking. Come on, Hoot. How did you not know what this was? Well, for one, I had just finished watching Takupi's Original Sin, which for those of you who don't know, you definitely can't judge that by its cover or its synopsis. And for 2, to me, it sounded like Arata was the only child who was not related to the rest of the family. And there's 7 children, so there's a second brother that's not pictured here. So I kind of figured this might be like Arata's journey to self-discovery, finding himself as an individual and not a member of this family. Like, maybe he doesn't agree with how this family defines itself. As someone who feels like they live in the shadow of some of their family members, that spoke to me. I did not, however, look at the genres. Missed red flag number 1. But that's okay. Sometimes you just gotta give an anime a blind chance. Episode 1. What If? Our narrator introduces us to the Seijo area of the Setagawa ward of Tokyo, where we find the home of a brilliant entrepreneur and his 7 very, very lucky children. We are introduced to Arata and Shion. I might be referring to them, Arata as main brother and Shion as sweet brother. Just because. Main brother and sweet brother are in the midst of an argument about girlfriends. How to get a girlfriend, what's having a girlfriend like, the status of that girlfriend, when they're interrupted by Oka, Seiha, Minami, Banri, and Kotono, who I'll probably be referring to as Pink Sister, Smart Sister, Sports Sister, Adult Sister, and Quiet Sister, respectively. In this introduction, Sweet Brother casually mentions that the main brother had been talking about how curvy Pink Sister has been looking lately. Yeah, I heard that part, and I still kept watching. Red flag number 2. The setup. At the train station, the siblings are split up by gender as usual, but this time, we see them through the eyes of the regular muggle teenagers. To those teens, the 5 sisters are unmistakably stunning, while the brothers come across as both lucky and handsome in their own right. The family has arranged to meet up after Kotono's 15th birthday dinner for a more relaxed, informal celebration. In the boys' restroom, main brother is once again lamenting the struggles of living with his sisters, venting to his younger brother, never mind the fact that his brother is in the exact same position. Sweet brother replies, "Since we live with 5 of the prettiest girls around, people can't help but imagine it's a real-life harem rom-com." Literally at this point, I said out loud to myself, do you really have to live up to those expectations though? Just a side note here, Shion gives us another longer introduction to each sister. At this point, I was wondering if this anime was related to like an otome game, because it felt like a highlight reel. This was definitely red flag number 3 for all of you counting out there. So at this point, in any other show, you would stop watching. That's just, no, you should stop watching. At right here, red flag number 3. But I was too far in, and I wanted to see how far this show was going to push me. So choose your favorite traits, boys and girls. I'm not one to judge, but if you're looking at any of these girls with romantic interests, remember, everyone except for Bonri is under 18, and in this story, we're viewing them from the perspective of their brothers who grew up with them. Sweet Brother remarks that main brothers should understand that their sisters are attractive to regular muggles. He even reminds his brother that the quiet sister has already confessed to him in the past. And Arata, remembering this, says, yeah, but she's still my sibling. Wow. Arata, is that all that's holding you back? Jeez. Later on, Pink Sister finds out that main brother has a crush on a girl she's on a committee with. So being the pink sister that she is, she tries to get some info so she can hook them up. She mentions something about him being the heir to the family and that he needs to live up to that. I'm only mentioning this scene because main brother looks down his sister's shirt, gets embarrassed, and then tells her that his shirt is too loose, to which she replies, I should be able to be comfortable in my own home, and we grew up bathing together, so our bodies are no different from the furniture. Oh man, these two are fraternal twins, by the way. After this, there's a genuine moment where the main character contemplates his identity and his position in life. He wonders who he would be if he wasn't in the Shuinji family, and he wonders who he would be if he didn't have 5 sisters. Again, forgetting that second brother. And he ponders if he can actually change what has been laid out before him, or if he's just on a set track that was plotted out the moment he was born. At this point in the show, I was like, okay, so I wasn't wrong about thinking that there was some self-reflection in this show. I've genuinely had thoughts like this myself, like how would I be different if I wasn't raised by my parents, or if I didn't have 2 brothers, or if I was raised in a different town with different people teaching me different things and influencing me in different ways. Main brother continues pondering if even his future wife and kids are set in stone, and that's when dinner starts. Dinner starts with Pink Sister yelling at Sports Sister over lost earbuds, when the main brother stands up at them to angrily state, once again reminding them and us, none of this matters because we're all siblings, so shut up and get over it. Just then, we finally meet the problem. The father. You are not actually siblings. These words dance around in the silence of the room as all the siblings sit dumbfounded at their father's admission. Oh, don't worry, I'm sure you'll come to terms with it in time. Oh, and Shion and Minami are actually twins, but everyone else, all adopted, nobody's blood related. Okay, questions? Everyone sits in a very icy silence as dinner is served. Our siblings find themselves in a newfound discomfort, not just the usual gender-based discomfort. They sit after dinner and grouse about their father's timing and delivery, but ultimately, they don't hold it against him. Pink Sister seems to be the most betrayed by the knowledge, but Bonri announces that despite what they just learned, she can only ever see them as her dear siblings. Adopted? Not blood related? The words bounce around in main brother's head as he gets up and gets ready to shower, and oh no! Okay. The show started by telling us how rich and well off this family was. And you're telling me that these kids have to share a bathroom, and on top of that, with the other gender? No. This is where I draw the line. Turn the show off. Wait, actually, I'm doing this to prove a point. And this right here proves my point. This is what's wrong with anime. So I'm not gonna show this, but the main character proceeds to wash his sister's back as he chastises her for being a freshman and still needing someone to wash her back. He does at least put his clothes back on before washing her, and she says she's not flexible enough, and then confesses that she just likes the way he does it. Main brother thinks to himself, I don't feel anything. I just see my sister's back. Wait, so now Quiet Sister's the predator? Wow show. Our last scene is a conversation between Sweet Brother and Pink Sister. Pink Sister is concerned about Quiet Sister and how the news has affected her on her birthday. They basically have one of the most regular conversations in this show. Hey, this is shocking to learn. We aren't blood-related siblings, but we're still family, and that shouldn't change anything. The conversation should have ended there. Everyone says goodnight and goes to bed. But no, it had to end with this. Shion says, all that's going to change is how we think about our own genetics, and how people will view us when this goes public. And I suppose us siblings could technically get married now. And while Shion says this, the camera cuts to Kotono hugging her brother from behind, in her birthday suit, by the way, as he was trying to leave her in the shower. Credits. Wow. Well, I don't really feel the need to hang around here and summarize the crimes committed here. I just need the viewers of the video to know that the average anime watcher doesn't enjoy this kind of stuff. We find this painful, we find this awful. Like, even those of us with the most cultured of tastes don't enjoy this. I was actively cringing while listening to the dialogue and watching what was happening between the characters, because nobody I've ever met in my life speaks or acts like these incest-obsessed Sims. And I read Flowers in the Attic, okay? I've seen the Western version of this. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this rant right here, mainly because my soul will die if I spend any more time editing this video. But the research had to be done, and I had to explain some of the frustration that anime viewers watch. I had to explain some of the frustration that anime viewers feel when interacting with certain shows. Now, normally, I probably wouldn't watch a show like this, but again, I was feeling adventurous. I was feeling like I needed to get out of a rut. I needed to watch something different. So you could see how someone could easily fall into this trap, right? But anyway, different animes can have so much spirit and depth and imagination bound within them that, like, I really hate to see the whole medium get judged by efforts like this one. This is just one effort in many. So when you come across a show like this is maybe 10% of the medium? Anyway, I'm fascinated with anime. I love talking about anime. If you love talking about the anime, I hope you'll give this video a like, comment, maybe even subscribe to my channel. My life is taking an absolute turn for the worse, like I don't want to get up every day turn for the worse. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me through this video. You guys know the requisite ask. Please, 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 please hit that subscribe button. Please like this video. Help me share this with the masses. Help me get it out there. I've worked too hard for this video to get 2 likes. Please. I just wanted to let you know I have a vlog channel, Nighthoot TM, that I'm starting up. Trying to talk some things out, work through life. And yeah, you can find the Clash podcast linked below, and you can also find my socials linked in the video and linked below. So look forward to talking to you soon, and see you guys next time.